Hey everyone, I am going to be doing a hair tutorial today, and I am going to take a classic look and give you 3 different little twists on it that I personally use. So this is one of the follow-ups to my video I did with my fabulous Baby Bliss blow dryer that blow dried my hair in just under 2.5 minutes. So after that, it is so easy to style your hair. So first I did one with straightening with my favorite product, the GHD straightener. And now I'm gonna do one for curls. Well, they're actually gonna be more wavy. So wavy curls. And I'm going to be using the Amika iron. So this is not your typical curling iron. This is kind of the new trend in curling irons, and that is where you just have the rod. So you don't have a clip on it to hold the hair in. So you actually wrap the hair around and hold it. What I love about the Amika, especially this specific one, is that you get 3 sizes of curling irons in one fabulous case. The small, the medium, and the large. So you can do really great spiral curls. You can do really loose beachy waves, or the one we're gonna use today, the middle one. You can do really great kind of middle waves that still have some curl to them but aren't the spiral. So before, when I blow dried my hair, the 2 products I used were the Kenra blow dry spray and the Teez Style Cream Bounce Me. So I already have those in my hair, and then the 2 products I'm going to use now, I'm going to use Kenra's hairspray, or finishing spray as they call it, with a maximum hold because I've got really thick curly hair. And then I will finish it off with Teez Do Me finishing spray. So these are the only 2 products I'm gonna need. It's really simple. So first is you wanna make sure you don't burn yourself. So Amika sends a glove with the set. So you wanna put that on. Then you want to start with small sections. So I'm going to put my hair up. And so my first spin on waves is to use just the rod without the clip. The second one, I am going to take about 2-inch section, and instead of just twisting around like that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna first actually twist the hair. So I'm gonna twist that all the way down, just like that, and then I am going to wrap this all the way around, and I'm actually doing it backwards. I need to put my glove on the other hand, but I usually don't wear the glove, honestly. But I'm wearing it for safety for you guys, because if you're doing this for the first time, you should wear the glove. So I'm gonna hold that and then let it go. So you've got a great loose wave. So I'll show you the right way to do things. I'm a rebel, I don't like to use the glove. But so you actually want to put it on your left hand if you're right-handed, and if you're left-handed, you want to put it on right-handed, so opposite hand. And so I'm gonna go ahead and spray this. So see how you get a really cool, really actual wave. You're not getting a curl. I like to go ahead and spray it before I curl it as well, just because I have such thick hair. If you don't have really thick hair, you don't have to. But, so I'm gonna go ahead and twist that up. And then I'm gonna hold this upside down, twist it around, and then you can kind of pull it closer. So I suggest twisting it farther away from the head and then pulling it closer so you don't burn yourself. So you want to hold it for 5 to 10 seconds and then let it go. And so you've got a great wave. So you can do all different sizes. So I'm not gonna do the same size on different ones. I'm gonna do 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch sections, all different kinds. So you can see that they're really like kind of staying in their little wave. That's exactly what we want. And that will be the key for the third trick I'm gonna show you. Now, the great thing about this style is that it's easy. You know, I'm not a licensed hairstylist. I am one of those people who just figures it out on my own, finds different things, takes different things I get from different hairstylists I work with, runway shows, and then creates a style out of that. So these are easy things. So you don't have to be a hairstylist to do it. You don't have to have training, anything like that. So as long as you know some little tricks, you've got to have the right product. So that is where I come in. And that's what I pride myself on, knowing the right product and knowing the right ingredients in the product, what works best, what's gonna work best with which style, what hair, things like that. So when you've got all of those different things in the mix, you don't have to be a professional hairstylist in order to get the job done. Okay, so my first section's done, and I know they kind of look funny now. They kind of look like mini dreadlocks, I always think. And then you just keep letting down sections, and we're gonna keep going. And then once I get them all done, you will see the final trick that will make it really unique. Okay, so we are making lots of progress. So one of the big things that you wanna remember about these is you don't want to touch them. So you wanna really let them cool and form in the shape, okay? So I've got just my top section here. Depending on how either close together you wrap it or how far apart you wrap it, that's going to decide how tight the curl is as well. So I recommend kind of something in between. You don't want to, you know, right next to each other like that, but you don't want it all the way stretched out like that. So we're going for an in between. And at this point in the process, you kind of look a little bit like Bob Marley, but I promise we're gonna have a little transformation in a moment when we get to the next phase. And we are complete. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna spray all over. Not gonna touch yet. And so now what I'm gonna do, you can see they're all kind of stiff, dreadlock looking, but all pretty much cooled off. So I kind of want to get them together in the back so I don't have a part. And then this is the final step. So usually what people do is they take their hands and run their hands through them. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through each piece, and piece by piece I'm going to separate them. The more you separate it, the thicker it's gonna be. So if you've got really thin hair, then you would maybe want to do kind of like this and separate it into a lot of pieces. If you've got thick hair, then maybe you just separate it into 2 groups. Other side. And every time you do this, it's gonna turn out different, which is also something I love about it. Then again, I'm gonna kind of pull it up and spray. And then finally, I've got my Teez Do Me finishing cream. And so you just wanna kind of take a little dollop of that. And this is where you can kind of do a little shaping. So, you know, that piece is kind of sticking out funny, so I can kind of shape that back in. I'm gonna make my bangs a little bit piecier to kind of go with the whole look. And also the fun thing about using a rod with no clip is that your ends are gonna be a little bit straighter because you're not gonna obviously be able to wrap all the way around, which is a cool look. It's just different. And so then you can just kind of play with it until you are happy with it. Pull these guys apart one more time, I think. And we're done. Easy as that. So our 3 tricks to getting messy, beachy waves are: number 1, the tool, using the curling iron without a clip. These are Amika again. Number 2, twisting the hair and then twisting it around the rod. And number 3, instead of pulling your hands through it, to go around and separate each piece. And you end up with a very unique looking, fun, beachy, relaxed style that's all year round. Thanks so much for watching, and definitely like my YouTube channel, and make sure, if you haven't already, to download Style It Social, where you can get more tips from me and other amazing stylists, hairstylists, makeup artists, everybody. Thanks so much, guys. Mwah.